Cool. Okay, this show, Ripping Corpse, Revenant, Incantation, Resurrection, at Studio One, it was a great show. I mean, the turnout was great at the place. It was not. It was great for us in Incantation because it was kind of like our first show at Studio One where we were really coming into ourselves and getting a big pull as far as crowd goes. But because of that, there seemed to be some kind of issue between our crowd. We're kind of starting to be like anti-Revenant in some fashion, which I thought was really odd. But some of our fans at the show were throwing stuff at Revenant while they were playing, and yeah, Henry stopped the show. I can't remember if it was the middle of a song or after a song, and it was Matt Sitcher, who I played in Mortician with, was like Henry stopped the show and said like, whatever, whoever threw the stuff here, fuck you or something like that, or come up here and let's fight it out. I can't remember exactly what Henry said, but then Matt Sitcher was like pointing from the crowd and being like, fuck you, kick your fucking ass. And I was just like, oh man, I was like, I don't want this drama going on. But it ended up being pretty crazy. Actually, Matt Sitcher ended up jumping on stage and punching Henry or tackling him. Will, rest in peace, the drummer for Revenant, came around, kicked fucking Matt Sitcher. Before you know it, all their roadies and then all like our Spring Valley fans started running on stage, and it turned into a big fight. It was a real mess. And I was hanging out with my friend Omar from Putrefaction, and Henry walked by, and we were just talking about stuff, and I was kind of like laughing. I wasn't laughing at him, but I think Henry thought I was laughing at what just happened or whatever, which I wasn't. And Henry kind of went up to me and kind of, bitched at me about, you think that's funny, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I don't think it's funny at all. But he thought somehow I was behind it or something like that, which I really wasn't. It was really just, there was just becoming a divide in our scene, which is really sad. But it was like people that really wanted the really brutal death metal, and there were other people that really wanted to go with the more cleaned up and more, say, progressive style of death metal and stuff, and it wasn't clashing. And that's when we kind of realized that we're really getting like a strong fan base, and we do have to sometimes be, mindful of that to not make sure these kind of problems don't happen again, because I have always been supportive of Revenant after they split the band. I mean, yeah, there were times that I was jealous about stuff or not happy with things, but that's just normal. But I never was like anti-Revenant. I always held them high regard. It just our fans, though, I think they thought since I played in Revenant and moved to another band, Incantation, that there was some sort of bad blood or something, which it really wasn't. It was all just manufactured.